So are you sick and tired of not seeing your notifications come up on YouTube when you're supposed to? Perhaps you want to watch a stream from someone, and you're just not getting the notification through YouTube because, for whatever reason, YouTube's decided not to show you when that stream is happening, or they've completely scrubbed an upload from your recommendeds. What about if you want to aggregate a bunch of YouTube channels together without the people who run YouTube or a bunch of other sites deciding which things come up first? Perhaps you want to have everything in one place. Perhaps you want to be able to read a BBC article at one moment and then get to a YouTube video at another. Well, I have a solution, and this is called RSS, or Really Simple Syndication. And essentially, these are media feeds, very old media feeds. These have been going for a good few years, and they produce content that goes to RSS clients. So we're going to talk about two today. I'm going to very briefly mention one for Linux users called newsboat, which you can get for the command line via apt-get and through pacman. But most of you here are going to be most of you are going to be Windows users. So you're going to want something a little bit more user-friendly. And that is where RSS Owl comes in. This is a regular app that you install on your computer. If you have Java, you can run this, and you can install it right here. So you install RSS Owl just like any other program. You run it, and then you just ignore the presets if you want. It's really, really straightforward. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I think you're all clever enough to install a just regular app. So this is how it works. I'm going to provide in the description all of these here so you don't have to spend so much time putting it together. But the thing that you want to focus on are two things. First of all, you want to know how to use this, which is the new button. Now, this allows you to do things like add these things called RSS feeds. And RSS feeds are ways of getting your content into the RSS app. So, for example, if you wanted to monitor my YouTube channel through it, you'd do an RSS feed for my channel. However, for our purposes, because I've stuck this in the description, I'm going to put a pre-made file that contains all of what you could possibly want as a beginning thing for your RSS feed. So you do this by switching over to XML, and here is the file. I'll stick this in the description, and you can import it. Now, this will give you everything that is here. So all sorts of different YouTube channels that I watch, all sorts of different blogs, and all of that, right? And you'll get all of this that you see here pretty much. I think there's like a couple of exceptions that I've just added over time. And this is going to be hosted on my website, renaissancemen.xyz, and you can install it from the YouTube page that you're on currently. You can right-click and save the link, and that'll get you it. But suppose you want to add a new YouTube channel to this list. How would you go about doing that? Well, it's pretty simple. You right-click, you go to New, you go to New Feed, and you provide a link. You provide a feed. Now, you won't find this on YouTube. I think they got rid of the explicit support for this back in 2014, because this is quite an old piece of tech. So how would you do it? You go over to the particular channel that you want to pick, and you'll see this up here for most of them. This is something called a channel ID, and this can correspond to an RSS feed for a particular channel. Then you use this link here, which will be in the description. You take this, you copy it, and you paste it. And then you paste this into the RSS feed, like so. And then you'll recognize that, and then you can add it. But let's consider a certain problem. This is a problem that I had. What about if you've got a channel where it's like this? Because you can't just go like that, copy it in, and expect it to work, because it doesn't work. That doesn't work because that isn't the channel ID. There are some channels that are like this. The one that I'm thinking of, besides Dave's, Dave the Distributist, is The Meaning of Catholic. This has this kind of thing. There's a lot of channels who have it. So how do you handle this problem? Well, you go on the keyboard and you press Ctrl-U, and that opens up a set of JSON data. If you're in comp sci, it's JSON. It gives you the whole source to the page. and then you go Control F to find, and then you look for something called external ID, which is an uppercase I and a lowercase d, and then you'll find it right here. Then, when you do this, you go back, you copy it across, and then you've got it. There you go. It all works. Now, you might have noticed that there were not just YouTube channels on my page, on the RSS owl. And that's because most blogs and most news sites and things like that, I think even Twitter feeds used to offer it, have RSS links themselves, so you can take down the articles and have them there on your RSS reader, your News Owl or your Newsboat, or RSS Owl even. And you can find this through this symbol here, which I'm sure many of you recognize. And from this you can get the link to put them into the RSS Owl thing. And in that case, you just copy and paste one of the links from down here. So you'd have, world/africa/rss.xml. You can also just take a particular page you like. Say you really like a Jacobin magazine, if you're a left-wing person. You type in Jacobin RSS or something like that, and you'll tend to be able to find a link that you can stick in there. Otherwise, there's something called FeedBurner, which I think would be more suitable for a different tutorial. Anyway, I hope this was really useful. Thanks very much for watching, and bye.